This is an AK-47, this is a minigun, and this is my customized car and warehouse that I designed using mods. Today, I'm gonna share 10 mods that have made this game so much more fun to mess around with. So let's talk about how I got this crazy firepower. With more guns, you can head over to Stan at the warehouse and pick up an AK-47 as well as even a minigun, which is just a little overkill. Set by default, the AK is gonna cost you $15,000, with magazines costing $1,000 each. This is a brand new weapon added into the game that's fully modeled, animated, and it functions perfectly. Now you can run around and annihilate the police, and even better, if you spot Peter File, light him up. It's got a lot of firepower to it, and it's somewhat accurate, albeit not perfect. Now the minigun on the other hand costs $75,000 with ammo priced at $10,000 per reload. Now in order to reload the minigun, you actually have to bring it to Stan at the warehouse. You can't just reload it on your own. There's a mod coming up very soon that changes Stan's little weapon shop, so if you do want to use the minigun, you have to keep the original version. You can see this thing is crazy. I think the minigun could be fun just to mess around with every once in a while, but personally, I wouldn't really be using it in the main game. Maybe if the cartel really gets on our ass, then we can just let them have it, but everyone's different, so if this is something you find exciting, you can get it included as part of this mod. And you may have noticed that when I purchase items with Stan, I actually have a much better interface that's more similar to the other shops in game. This is from Stan's Legal Weapons, and it completely overhauls the current system to buy guns. I think we can all agree that the way we've had to do this is pretty tedious, sifting through the menu just to buy one item at a time. Now you can add all your items to an order and purchase them at once. Also, if you've been keeping a keen eye, you may have caught on to the fact that my weapons have a crosshair. This is from Easy Crosshair, and it automatically adds one when you equip a weapon. Previously, I had featured a crosshair mod, however at the time, you had to manually enable and disable the crosshair with a keybind. With this new version, it'll automatically appear whenever you equip your weapon, so that's really nice. I've been following the mods for Schedule 1 since release day, and I've seen across the board many of the early mods being improved a ton since the beginning. There's one later on that I'm going to feature that has got a whole new coat of paint, and it looks like it actually belongs in the game now. I will say that I totally understand if you prefer to play without the crosshair. I mean, it is how the game was intended to be played by Tyler. However, for those who have been wishing for this, you can now use your weapons a bit more accurately. With your newfound weapons, you might be wondering like, okay, I mean, you can take out more police, but what else? Well, using Joyride, you can commandeer any vehicle on the map and take it for a ride, and this even includes police vehicles. You just approach any car and you'll see E prompted to enter. I took this police car, drove it over to the woods, and defaced it with some paint that definitely won't leave any incriminating evidence, such as like my name or anything. Now, I'm going to share more on how I did this paint later, but what if you don't really like driving around Hyland Point? I mean, you're fair to think it's the slowest option, but I think we've all been wanting skateboarding to be a little bit cooler. I mean, we all want to have a little Tony Hawk in us. Okay, wait, not like that. Well, anyways, by using Skate Mod, you might actually be able to leave the life of drugs behind, because with your new skills, you'll be signed to Nike SB or some other skate brand any day now. This mod adds in the ability to do tricks on your board as well as completely control yourself in the air. You can kickflip, pop shove it, spin all around in every direction, and even barrel roll. Now, out of the box, this mod comes juiced up to the max. It's another thing where it's super fun to try out, but once you get back into doing a normal playthrough, you'll probably want to dial back some of the settings. You can do this by pressing F5 and it'll bring up an in-game menu that allows you to tweak the multipliers. For me, the jump height definitely has to be adjusted a little bit, and the turn speed could use a little extra strength. There is one issue with this mod right now though, and in the current build, it makes it so that when you crouch, you're gonna ragdoll every time, and it's really annoying. Now you can avoid this by installing Skateboard Pro instead. This one is a bit more tame than the first one, but it's also more polished in some other ways. It allows you to crouch without ragdolling, but it does limit your control in the air. There's no cool flips or barrel rolls with this one, it's just kick flips and pop shove-its and a little bit of like a mix. This one does have settings that allow you to enable or disable a HUD that pops up with the tricks you're doing, and it also allows you to enable or disable crashing if you don't land a trick perfectly. Both of these mods come out of the box with an option that allows you to earn money per trick that you land. Personally, I would recommend maybe just disabling that, like we're not actually pro skaters, we're just out here dealing drugs. So it's up to you to decide which skate mod is going to be best for you. Once the first mod fixes the crouching bug, I think it'll be a little bit better than the second one. Now, hitting kickflips and landing gnarly tricks is only one part of the skater life. The next thing you need to know how to do is tag locations and spray paint. Using the spray paint mod, you can add graphics onto any surface, and I really mean that too, like buildings, cars, people, parts of people. You can also paint any design that you'd like. The mod is going to come stocked up with some preloaded art, but you can add any image you want into this user data folder. Yeah, add it into the user data folder. But you can add any image that you want into this user data folder to have it available in game, the user data one, you know? There's actually even a bunch of other mods on the Nexus Mods website that allow you to easily install additional photos that are ready to go. This is nice so that you don't have to do the searching and fixing of certain images to get them to look good. Now, as you can see, I added in these two 12AMT graphics to mark my territory like the dog I am. You can make graphics smaller or larger by using the scroll wheel, and you can also erase anything you've placed by either using this eraser on the left side of the app or just middle clicking on the little scroll wheel. You click it down and it'll delete it. If you would like to add in your own graphics, make sure they're in the PNG format, and if you want to create your own, the best way to do so is using a program that I like to use, which is called GIMP, or any other similar image creator. If you do need help with this, just leave a comment down below, and I might actually just make a video unlisted so that I can link it to you guys and teach you how to do it. Now, in one of my early videos about mistakes that players make in Schedule 1, I mentioned the fact that it wasn't possible to change your appearance after starting the game. However, with Character Customizer, you can do this extremely easy now. Once it's installed, literally all you have to do is open the console and type Character Customizer, and now this is going to bring up the menu that you saw at the very beginning of the game. You can customize your character however you'd like, and once it's done, it's going to put you right back in the game, and this even works in multiplayer too. So now you can make your guy big and round with blue hair just for fun, and then change it back to whatever you like at any time. Maybe you just want to adjust something slightly too, and it's all possible with this mod. Another mod that adds something simple yet very useful into the game is called Simple Labels. This allows you to label all of your equipment, from storage racks to packaging stations, mixing stations, and all of the cooking equipment in between. You can change the color of the label as well as even the text itself, and I really like how this one was implemented. It's very seamless and it looks really good within the game. You can even change the available colors of the labels within the mod's configuration files. Something that's going to make this so easy to do is the Mod Manager phone app. This is another mod that I featured a month or two ago, but it has come a really long way since the first time we saw it. Simply just open up your phone, go into the settings, and now you're going to see all of the mods that you have installed, and you can easily adjust the ones that are compatible. So now we can change the colors that are available for the labels, or even make changes to the guns that we added in, like increasing their firepower, costs, and other variables about them. Now, for all of the mods that are incompatible, it's usually due to their configuration files being located in different areas. So to find those, you would have to do your own digging, or you could try checking the mod page and see if anyone's mentioned where the config file is located. This one's just easy to install and use, and it makes adjusting most of your mods a lot easier on the fly, so I think it's good to have. Another neat little addition that I added in is this experience bar mod that allows you to visually track your in-game rank in real time. As you gain XP, you're going to see it appear in the bottom left. Now, this could give you a little extra motivation if you needed to complete some deals in order to get to that next level. Now, due to the recent update this week, I had to remove two amazing mods from this list that I really wish we could have showcased today. These two being Rain's Cars and More Clothing. Rain's Cars added in two brand new vehicles, being a McLaren and a Hoonigan drift car. More Clothing added a bunch of new items such as a hazmat suit, priest outfit, police clothing, and other items that was previously locked to just the NPCs. I'm still going to include these mods in the description, so go check them out and see if they're back in working order. If you haven't yet, go follow my Instagram so that you can stay the most up to date on what I'm working on. I'm the most active on my story on there, and I'm always going to update you guys on what's next, and I even preview upcoming videos. You can easily check out all my other Schedule 1 content right here on screen. Just click that playlist button. As always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.